Hello, hello! Pete's Packs here, and we're back with our case from Tarkir Dragonstorm. So I played at the pre-release over the weekend, got to go to 2 events. My sealed pools were not super great, but I took 8th on the first night and 3rd on the second. So it was a good time, had by all. I will say this is the first set in a while that feels like Magic. So it's a whole thing. The story is a little convoluted. But apparently Nicol Bolas is back. So, that's a thing. Alright, so we've got box 1, 2, 3. We'll be opening box 1 tonight. 4. 5. I just wrote that 5 backwards. And 6. Very nice. Alright. Also, for all you Commander players, I know some of you watch this channel, there are 5 decks for this one, so that is a thing. Let's switch over to the other camera. Reorient. Yes, this is Tarkir Dragonstorm, booster box 1. Let's get started. It says, what, 30 boosters? 30 boosters. Man, this set was so expensive, and they still did 30 boosters? Sorry, not to be salty, just the prices have been getting out of hand lately, and I know they're going to get even more out of hand with Final Fantasy coming up, because the pre-order prices are already insane for that. Okay. We got, that's cool. Got our archetypes on the back. Yeah, that was the whole thing. Okay, so we should have packs 1 through 10. 11 to 20. Oh. Okay. Okay. And 21 to 30. There. All right, let's get started with pack 1. Hey. Hey! These are US packs. Okay, so commons. Uncommons. Hey, Tarkir Island Dragon. And a special frame. Special frame stuff is going to go right there. And we have our first rare, Sage of the Skies. I haven't even seen this one yet. Wow, flying lifelink whenever you cast a spell. If you cast another spell this turn, copy the spell. Wow. Huh. Oh, copy. Wait. Copy this spell. When you cast this spell, if you cast another spell this turn. Man, my brain. 22, that is our first one. We have Crotic Nest Guard. Should probably move the uncommons. Crotic Nest Guard, foil. Blossoming Sands goes with the commons. And an art card for Dragonologist. Very cool. Pack 2. Our commons. So weird seeing common multicolored cards. Uncommons. We have Ishiki Dragonclaw. This card was so dumb and sealed. I got absolutely ran over by it twice. Let's see, 182 as our first Eshki. Eshki Dragonclaw. Okay. Then we have Jeskai Devotee foil, Dismal Backwater foil, and a Warrior token. Pack 3. We have our commons. Snowmelt Stag, surprisingly underrated. Our uncommons. New Way Forward. That's cool. The next time a sorcerer of your choice would deal damage to you this turn, prevent that damage. When New Way Forward when damage is prevented this way, New Way Forward deals that much damage to the sorcerer's controller, and you draw that many cards. Ooh, that's going to be a good, like, one of. Let's see, 210, or 211, rather. That is our first New Way Forward. Sun Pearl Kirin foil, Thornwood Falls, is with the commons, and a copy token with a Prowess Monk on the back. Pretty sweet. Pack 4. We have our commons. Our uncommons. Oh. Taigum, Master Opportunist. Let's see, 60. That is our first Taigum. Taigum Scheming was a card in the original cons block. Then we have Reputable Merchant. Foil, Scoured Barrens, Warrior Goblin token. Pack 5. We have our commons. Our uncommons. We have Revival of the Ancestors. This card also ran me over during pre-release. 218. That's our first Revival of the Ancestors. Then we have a foil Watcher of the Wayside, Jungle Hollow, and a bird monk token. Pack 6. We have our commons. Our uncommons. We have Anafenza, Unyielding Lineage. That's pretty cool. Number 2. That's our first Anafenza. Hey, the card I'm really looking forward to. Mistrise Village. 261. Let's see, 261. That's our first Mistrise Village. Excited to play that card. Swiftwater Cliffs, and we have a Spirit token. So a 1/1 and a 2/2 Spirit. Pack 7. Pack 7. We have our commons. I really like the Omen mechanic. It was more fun than I was expecting, and it's kind of what I wish Adventure had been. Sidisi, Regent of the Mire. 92 is our first Sidisi. Then we have Winter Night Stories. 67. That is our first Winter Night Stories. Kishla Skimmer, foil, Tranquil Cove, and a Soldier token. 1/1 and 2/2. Pack 8. We have our commons. Our uncommons. Ooh, Jeskai Shrinekeeper. That was a fun one. Oh, man, that looks like a misprint. I know it's not, but Sinkhole Surveyor. Let's see, 342 for this version. Normal version is, excuse me, in here somewhere. There it is, 93. It's our first Sinkhole Surveyor. We have an Ice Ridge Serpent foil. An island, our first basic. And a Twin Maw Stormbrood art card. That's pretty cool. Pack 9. Commons. Uncommons. We have Corey Steel Cutter. 103 is our first Corey Steel Cutter. Then we have Rediscover the Way. Borderless. This version's 388. Normal version of Rediscover the Way is 215. That is our first Rediscover the Way. We have a foil Sagu Pummeler, foil Bloodfell Caves, and a Reliquary Dragon token. That's cool. I wonder what makes that. And then a 4/4 dragon on the back. That's pretty neat. This token is all colors, flying, lifelink when it enters, deals 3 damage to any target. Pack 10. Have our commons. Hey, March Flats. Very nice. Oh, I have a friend that's gonna want that. It's gonna get them a March Flats for their birthday and couldn't find any locally, so I'm going to give that to them. All right, then we have a Magmatic Hellkite, 111. Let's see, when it enters, destroy target non-basic land an opponent controls. Its controller searches the library for a basic, puts it on the battlefield tapped with a stun counter on it, then shuffles. That is rude. I like it. Quarry Mountain Stalwart foil, Wensguard Crag, and an Elephant treasure token. All right, on to our second stack with pack 11s. Also, I pulled a Scalding Tarn during the pre-release, so that's pretty cool. We got our commons. We got our uncommons. And we have United Battlefront. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Put up to 2 non-creature, non-land permanent cards with mana value 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. That's 32. That is our first one. We have Sultai Devotee foil, Scoured Barrens, and another Reliquary Dragon token. That's pretty cool. Dirty Dozen, pack 12. Okay. I like that this feels like a Magic set. Uncommons. Ooh, Sonic Shrieker in the Dragon Frame. That's pretty sweet. We have Stadium Headliner. Let's see, 344 for this version. Normal version of Stadium Headliner is 122, and that is our first one. We have foil Overwhelming Surge. Very nice. Plains. And a copy Monk token. Lucky 13. We have our commons. Our uncommons. Warden of the Grove, 166. That is our first Warden of the Grove. At the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Whenever another non-token creature you control enters, it endures X, where X is the number of counters on this creature. That's pretty sweet. Oh, that's going to get gross. Huh. That's probably going to be really good. And then we have Flamehold Grappler, and 185. As our first Flamehold Grappler. First strike, when it enters, copy the next spell you cast this turn. When you cast it, you may choose new targets for the copy. It's pretty sweet. Sultai Monument foil. Scoured Barrens foil. And a Sarkhan's Resolve art card. There we go. 14. Our commons. Our uncommons. Naga Flesh Crafter. That sounds like it should be a black card. Let's see, 52. That is our first one. You may have this creature enter as a copy of any creature on the battlefield. Okay. Renew, 2 and a blue. Exile this card from your graveyard. Put a +1/+1 counter on target non-legendary creature you control. Each other creature you control becomes a copy of that creature until end of turn. Activated only as a sorcery. That is Busto. Man, that is really good. Teamer Devotee foil. Tranquil Cove. And an Elephant treasure token. Let's see. 15. We have our commons. Our uncommons. Hey, Elspeth. Stormslayer. 11. That is our first Elspeth. Very nice. Einok Wayfarer foil. Swiftwater Cliffs. And a Zombie Druid. That's a weird one. With treasure on the back. Sweet 16. Okay. Commons and uncommons. We have a Severance Priest. 222. That's our first one. See Death Touch. This creature enters. Target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a non-land card from it. If you do, exile that card. When this creature leaves the battlefield, the exiled card's owner creates a XX white spirit token where X is the mana value of the exiled card. Oh, okay. So it's the one white guy that exiles a creature. Or a permanent CMC 4 or less. That was around previously. Frontier Bivouac foil. Dismal Backwater. And a bird monk token. Man, I can't think of the name of the card. It was from Zendikar Rising. It's played in Death and Taxes. If you know the name of the card, leave it down in the comments. That I'm talking about. Commons. Uncommons. Herd Heirloom. 144. This is our first Herd Heirloom. It's an artifact, taps for 1 mana of any color, only casts creature spells. Or it can only be used to cast creature spells, and then tap until end of turn. Target creature you control with power 4 or greater gains trample, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. It's pretty sweet. It was very effective during Sealed the second day. Foil, Fire Room Form, and then a Windscarred Crag, and a Soldier token. 18. If you're in the United States, don't forget to register to vote. Midterms will be here sooner than you expect. We got our commons. Our uncommons. Nature's Rhythm. Oh, it's just the one that's the weird Green Sun Zenith. Except more like Quarter Calling. Let's see, 150. That's our first Nature's Rhythm. So X green green sorcery. Search your library for a creature with mana value X or less. Put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Harmonize X green 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 green. Very nice. Foil Worthy Cause. Foil Swiftwater Cliffs. And a Warrior Goblin token. 19. All right. We have our commons. Uncommons. I have Yathan Road Watcher. It's 3/3 human scout. Whenever this creature enters, if you cast it, mill 4 cards. When you do, return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. 236. That's our first one. Rediscover the Way. Borderless foil. 388 for this version. Oh wait, no, this is Rediscover the Way, not New Way Forward. Oh, Rediscover the Way we've also pulled. But 215. Let's see, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 in your hand, the rest on the bottom. And chapter 3 is whenever you cast a non-creature spell this turn, target creature you control gains double strike until end of turn. Very nice. Bloodfell Caves. And then a Spirit token. 20! We have our commons. Our uncommon. Skirmish Rhino is an uncommon, by the way. That is crazy. Let's see, we have Great Arashan City. 257. It's our first one. Let's see. Enters tapped unless you control forest or plains. Taps for a black, and then 1 and a black tap. Exile target creature card from your graveyard. Create a 1/1 white spirit creature token. That's going to see a lot of play. That's going to see a lot of play. Bloomvine Regent. Let's see. 381 for this version. Normal version of Bloomvine Regent is 136 as our first one. So it has the Omen of Claim Territory, 2 and a green sorcery. Search your library for up to 2 basic forest cards, reveal them. Put 1 on the battlefield tapped and the other into your hand, then shuffle. And then his main side is 3 green green for a 4/5 dragon with flying. Whenever this creature or another dragon you control enters, you gain 3 life. Oh, that's fantastic. Urian's Rebuff, foil. Rugged Highlands, and a Spirit token. Alright, on to our last stack with 21. Alright. We have our commons. Oh. Our uncommons. We have Dalkovan Encampment. Enters tapped unless you control a swamp or a mountain. Taps for a white, and then 2 and a white tap. Whenever you attack this turn, create 2 1/1 red warrior creature tokens that are tapped and attacking. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step. That's an interesting one. Let's see, 253. That is our first Dalkovan Encampment. Right, then we have Rescue Leopard, foil. Windscarred Crag, and that looks like Ugin. It looks like a baby Ugin. Ugin, Eye of the Storms. Art card. That looks so weird. 2 to 2, 2, 2. It's 22. We have our commons. Our uncommons. Then we have Meringue River Regent, 4 blue for a 6/7 flying dragon. Whenever this creature enters, return up to 2 other target non-land permanents to their owner's hand. And then Omen, Coil and Catch, 3 and a blue instant. Draw 3 cards, then discard a card. Interesting. 51. That is our first Meringue River Regent. We have Narset, Jeskai Waymaster. 3/4 legendary human monk. At the beginning of your end step, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw cards equal to the number of spells you've cast this turn. And then 209 for that one. This is our first Narset. Purging Stormbrood, foil. Ooh, full art foil forest. Very nice. We have a spirit token. 23. And me. Which I think is filing for bankruptcy. Our commons. Our uncommons. We have Windcrag Siege. 235. That is our first Windcrag Siege. Let's see. 1 red-white for an enchantment. As this enchantment enters, choose Mardu or Jeskai. Mardu. If a creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. And Jeskai. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token. It gains lifelink and haste until end of turn. Oh, that's pretty sweet. We have Devoted Duelist, foil. Then we have a Plains, full art Plains. Very nice. A soldier token. 24. Alright, we have our commons. Our uncommons. We have Baron Step Siege. Let's see, 384 for this version. Normal version is 171, and that is our first one. So 2 white-black enchantment. As it enters, choose Abzan or Mardu. Abzan, at the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. That's pretty nuts. Mardu, at the beginning of your end step, if a creature died under your control this turn, each opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice. Also, kind of nuts. Lightfoot Technique, foil. Okay, Dismal Backwater. And a Bird Monk token. 25. We have our commons. Oh. And our uncommons. Ambling Stormshell. 3 blue for a 5/9 turtle with Ward 2. Whenever this creature attacks, put 3 stun counters on it and draw 3 cards. Whenever you cast a turtle spell, untap this creature. So giving him Vigilance would be kind of good. 37. That would be our first Ambling Stormshell. Delcoven Pack Beast foil, Rugged Highlands, and a Warrior Goblin token. 26. We have Agent of Kotus, which is a common. We have our commons. I don't know why I was reading out the commons. We have our uncommons. And we have Kishla Village, 259. This is our first Kishla Village. Enters tapped unless you control an island or swamp. Tap for a green. And 3 and a green, tap Surveil, 2. Oh, that's going to see so much play. It's at least going to see a little bit of play. Sinkhole Surveyor. Let's see, 93. That is our second Sinkhole Surveyor. Very nice. Then we have an Armament Dragon foil, Bloodfell Caves, and a Warrior Dragon token. 27. Okay, we have our commons. Our uncommons. Tival, Arbiter of Virtue. Let's see, 2 black, green, blue for a 6/6. Legendary Spirit Dragon with Flying and Lifelink. Spells you cast have Delve. Whenever you cast a spell, you lose life equal to its mana cost. This is going to be very good in many formats. Okay. Coordinated Maneuver foil. Tranquil Cove foil. And then Sidisi, Regent of the Mire art card. Very nice. Pack 28. We have our commons. We have our commons. Our uncommons. We have Teamer, Battle Crier. Green, blue, red for 4/3 Orc Ranger. During your turn, spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each creature with power 4 or greater. Or you control with power 4 or greater. That's pretty cool. 228. That is our first Teamer Battle Crier. Poised Practitioner foil. Oh. Blossoming Sands and a Spirit token. 29. Okay. I have something that looks AI generated, but you know, whatever. We have our commons. We have our uncommons. We have Fangkeeper's Familiar. I really like this card. 183. 183. That is our first Fangkeeper's Familiar. 1 black, green, blue for a 3/3 snake with flash. When this creature enters, choose 1. You gain 3 life and surveil 3. Destroy target enchantment or counter target creature spell. This is right up my alley. And then we have Surak, Elusive Hunter. Hey, that's a fun one. 161. This is the card that was made famous by causing you to instantly lose to Orcish Bowmasters. It's a thing. 2 and a green for a 4/3 Legendary Human Warrior. This spell can't be countered. Trample. Whenever a creature you control or a creature spell you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, draw a card. So Orcish Bowmasters just instantly kills you if you have this in play. So that's fun. Thornwood Falls. And a Warrior Goblin token. See, I did mark down Surak, right? I did, okay. And last but not least, pack 30. Alright, we have our commons. And our uncommons. We have Tursa Light Shatterer. Light Shatterer. Tursa Light Shatterer. 127. Let's see. 2 and a red for 3/3 Legendary Orc Wizard with haste. When it enters, discard up to 2 cards and draw that many cards. When it attacks, if there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard, exile a card at random from your graveyard. You may play that card this turn. Okay. 127 was our first one. We have a foil Snakeskin Veil. That's pretty sweet. And a Jungle Hollow. A Spirit token. Very nice. Alright, well, thank you for joining me on this adventure with our first box from Tarkir Dragonstorm. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff from the algorithm. It really helps us out, and I really appreciate it. And until next time, stay awesome. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.